Hey everyone, this is Dr. U. Oh, it automatically continued me, so I have to. Oh shit. There's some serious lag, but I will fix that in a bit. Give me just a second. Meeting Mike. Hey, this is DJ Leon. I don't know if you guys are seeing the video, I can't tell. I might have to restart it. Yeah, I have to restart it. Because... Okay. I'm back. I have to restart the game because it does this some reason. I don't know why, but it goes black when I don't actively touch it for a while. So here we go. Can you guys hear? Say something if you can. Oh, mute myself. Okay, there we go. So now you can't hear, and I gotta blink. Okay. Set the gamer tag. Can you guys see anything? Okay. There we go. Now we're gonna start brand new. I have saved data, but I'm gonna start brand new so you can get a feel for the story. We're gonna do a normal game because who wants to start a badass game with no point in leveling up? And it kind of restricts on the amount of achievements you can get playing this game. This is Dot Recode GU version. I thought it was very interesting that they decided to bring back .hack GU as a remastered HD. This is basically character development and creation. This is a super long storyline. I can skip it if you want. You just have to let me know. Sorry. Does... Yeah. This is basically... The storyline behind this quest is, or this game is, you're basically playing an MMORPG created by... Like, there's a lot more storyline to this, and I can show you the storyline later. But this is the storyline of the world of GU. It's a lot more HD remastered in my sense. Give me a second. I'm going to move the window more to the side so I can see what you guys are saying in local chat. I told Rayla. Ah, Lord, did it do it again? Hold on. Hey. Let me remove this.
Wow, this is cool.
I'm going to add a new window capture.
Hey, you. You, the adept rogue. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you.
Sorry about that.
So,
there you go.
I take it this is your first time playing this game.
It should come back by now.
I just finished installing it to my PC.
Well, if
it goes back again, let me know.
We will be honored to show you around.
Huh?
I am sure you would like to become well acquainted as soon as possible.
Just say yes and come along with us. I promise you won't regret it.
I don't know where you're hearing the echo from, is the problem. Is the echo me?
All right, it is decided then. Here, I'll hand you my member address.
Unless you're hearing it. I don't know where you're hearing it from. Hold on. What's wrong, Raylan? Oh, That's what you're hearing an echo. Okay, good. So I can get back to the game.
Member addresses are short email addresses that you can only use in the world.
Okay.
Short mail allows you to instantly send and receive messages from any player online in the world.
You can only invite people that you have member addresses for to join into your party.
All right, so let's
We're
open
back.
the menu.
While the story does this. Sorry about the interruption. I was hoping I wouldn't get any. Okay, so basically you have to create parties when you play this game. As you can see, I have absolutely no money or chim.
This is a list of all the people who have a member address.
They'll go silent when they tell you to press a button,
Okay.
because you don't have a voice after saying press the A or B
I
button.
am honored to lend you my sword.
Okay, great. Now your party is complete. Remember, you can only invite people logged into the world.
Enough with the formalities. Should we go on to your first adventure?
I don't want to check. I don't want to basically increase the window that greatly due to I don't know if the game will allow, like, I don't want to run up my settings because my computer is already playing SL and such with you guys here. I actually had to sit there and reduce processes to a high degree. Anyways.
This is a transporter called the Chaos Gate.
Plus, it works better that I don't crash when I'm in
Players
the
can
mood, so I
use
can see
this
what
to
you guys are
travel from
saying.
the root town to other locations. Choose Warp menu.
This is
In
basically
the world,
a
all
beginner's
locations except for root towns,
chat
fields,
about
and
how
dungeons.
things work.
You can warp to these areas by combining 3 words at the Chaos Gate.
These words determine the type of area. All right, let's try.
One of the things that
This
you
is
can
where you
do
input the words.
that no one thinks about in this
The
game.
thing at the top is the word plate.
This is .hack GU last recode.
You combine the 3
It's
words
basically
in here to
.hack
create
GU.
the area you want to go. The gyro at the left of the screen shows your current stock of words.
What about Specious?
You can get more words by getting information from other players, emails, and forums. Okay, why don't you give it a try? Let's start with the first word.
Yeah, this is a remastered HD
Choose
quality
courageous
one.
from your stock.
And they actually added a second storyline to, a fourth storyline to the series. So there's 4 discs you can play, plus some extra stuff that they've added that are exclusive to this download.
Okay, now you can go to your first area. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. See the mark left of the area word?
I'm just going to snap open a energy drink while I'm waiting for the storyline to go.
That's a server symbol. It indicates the server you're currently in. Right now, it's showing triangle for Delta. So, as you can see, we are
Very
all in the
quickly
Delta
kissing
server.
people's noses.
If it's a different server, you'll go to another area even with the same area word. Pay attention to the server symbol when invited to an area by a friend.
Gotta love, because
If you want to know
love
more,
the,
just check out some of the
the
forums.
twist they give you when you play this game.
All right, then we're off to Delta
'Cause-
Courageous Engaging Daydream.
I'm not allowed to ruin the story for you, but you'll love what happens here is before the storyline in the anime in Roots. In the anime Roots, this is what you're
So,
actually living
We've all been
what
transported
happens
to a
before
field.
Roots and what starts the
Open
storyline
your
of
map
Roots.
to take a look at the layout.
And then when you actually can play again, you can press yes, this is dot hack.
This is the area map. Use this screen to check current position,
Yes,
mission
this is the
info,
new
and
remaster.
any
It's
other
on
information
Steam
you
for
may need.
$50. Or it's actually no, yeah, 50. Because I had to pay I had $10, my mom gave me the other 40 I needed to get it. Which was really nice of her.
This is our mission.
I don't have a lot of money in my life. This is like a big splurge for me. So collecting symbol fragments in an area like this,
Missions are
if you see
basically,
these
well, I guess they're
you
sort
see
of like
those
our
chests
objective
that look
for
like
the
they're on
area.
a mound.
It looks like this is a collection mission.
We must collect 3 symbol fragments and make our way to the Beast Temple.
Thank you, Megumi, for the tip.
The symbol fragments are in treasure chests found on the altars.
That is a very kind tip of you. I think you tipped me twice, or I'm just seeing things crazy.
The altars are protected by monsters. Or defeat the monsters first, then open the treasure.
Okay.
These are the altar icons.
See those icons? Those are altar icons, like they say. You can just listen to these idiots. I call them idiots
I
because what happens
suggest
later
we
on.
first head to each of these icons and open the treasure chests.
Now, this is the icon for the Beast Temple. Which is our final destination.
Okay, now that we've confirmed what our mission is, let's be on our way.
Wait up, Asta. You forgot one more thing.
I don't know you can do this. Use the transporter to return to town after completing an area's mission. It's also got a healing function called Platform Rest, which you can use once in the area. Use it when you're low on HP and SP. That's kind
Okay,
of like a
this
beginner's
time let's really get going.
savior thing. Ooh, God. Or unless you're going for a big boss that you don't have full level cap on. I'm gonna check my messages. Okay. Let's get going. See how they don't talk when you... Usually they would talk on that series, but when you... Because the buttons are different, they don't tell you what to do with the right button. They just leave you with a chat box.
Nice. We found an altar already.
Da, da, da. This is something I didn't know when I first played, was doing this. Sneaking up behind them. Because you get what's called a surprise attack.
We got him. Once battled in the battle area,
The only way to...
Asta and I don't. Hey, you're not too bad. Yeah, keep it up.
That's it.
I need to change their strategy. They're supposed to be on live, but they're not supposed to use attacks. they don't
So
let you
that's
get
it,
much
huh?
of a chance at Rengeki, which is a move that you can do when you've hit when you've hit a monster enough times with like in a succession row for that monster in your level, you get what's called a Rengeki chance.
All right.
They're gonna tell you about it right here.
I'll teach
get-
you.
It's something to do with your skills.
They're ours.
You heard his dark
The
voice,
regular
that's why.
and combo skills enable you. Okay, what you see here is the skill trigger menu.
Skill trigger menus are basically where we put
Do you see the 4 panels? You can press the button that...
Now try it out by using the arts. Gale Blade.
All
you can see
right.
they're basically charged
The
of
skill-
poke
Can
taps.
also be used.
Aren't you forgetting some? There is an even more important use for the skill trigger.
Of course I haven't forgotten. There you go.
And you see how the morale went up?
Very well.
There's more to that that
Shall we
I haven't
That's a
told
good
you.
idea.
Dang it!
So that's it.
See,
huh?
that didn't used to do that in the beginning. They didn't. They wouldn't go out of their way to attack the enemies. They'd usually just run around and keep you alive. But now the AI is designed to work a little smarter in this season. One of the nicer adjustments is they also give you a what's called Chimsphere limit and item limit increase for certain items. So you don't have to worry about
They're
only being
ours.
carrying certain amounts. Like with the Chimspheres... Ow! They're dead.
We never lose.
I'll go to level 2. Yes. And I'm right here. Yay! That was like the best line for every single game was him saying, I'm right here. Scared.
Yeah, awesome job. All
Jimmy
right,
was right on that
let's
one.
finish off by heading for the Beast Temple.
Okay, now use the map to check your position, just like we taught you.
One of the nicer features is now when you close the minimap, it doesn't instantly close the minimap on your left. You can still see it. So like when I used to do this, after I was done with the minimap, or done with the details, if I pressed select, it would usually disappear and I'd have to press it again to bring it back up, the minimap itself. Now they've made it to where it instantly comes back up after you're done using the big map. There's a lot of game mechanics they fixed. Like also, in this game, levels are easier to get. I don't know what Nimbus is going on about. Go hush, Nimbus. You know nothing. By the way, this is my first time doing a game on a game stream with
This is a statue of Folsom, the god of law.
the game place here.
We just call it the Beast statue. But I think in the game story, it's supposed to be an important god or something. You see that treasure box? That's the offering to the Beast statue. There's a rare item inside of that you can only get in this area.
Go ahead and open it, Haseo.
You sure?
Go ahead. You're still a noob. You need all the help you can get.
I might have to fix with that thing. Mess with my settings for the stream. Because one of the issues is I didn't fully set it up.
Thanks.
Eep. Fun.
What the?
And here's the part I was
The
talking
items
about.
in the treasure chest are
which
your
makes these guys
rewards.
jerks.
Yes, and our reward is you.
I love taking out these pathetic noobs. It's really quite fun. Face it, an idiot like you isn't qualified to play this game.
Hey, hold on. I thought you said I could kill this one. Don't you remember? After all, this is my reward.
Panic attack! Like, seriously, how do you fall in this game? Like, some of the mechanics they do with the action scenes are more unable to be done actually in the game. Like, you can't jump. You can dash, but then, well, aren't you just...
Nice try, dear.
And this is what they call PK.
How
No blood.
pathetic.
You basically ghosted, and since they're in your party,
Well, what do you expect from a
can't
noob
log
who's
out
just
or...
logged in for the first time?
One of the functions was saved was basically for PK things
come
and
on,
dying in battle.
say something
You're supposed to
already.
start back at the game,
Hello?
start the game back at wherever you were and use
I
all the stuff you
swear.
got.
Just pretend to be their friend. And they fall all over themselves to let you
Well, because you
PK
save, you
them.
get whatever you still have what you had saved.
Hey, you're still around, aren't you, kid? Huh? What the?
And again, a lot of game mechanics that happened in the and in these scenes do not actually happen in the game. So annoying. Hold on. I saw someone tweet me, I didn't get to see who. Oh, thanks, Soul. Nice seeing ya. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of multiple things. And I'm getting messages up the Yin Yang.
Welcome to the world.
See, there's a lot of video and story to the beginning, so it's very. Okay, gotta keep switching.
Please help me!
What an idiot.
If you guys heard my stream detailed thing, I'm sorry. I had to keep notifications so I could check. Bam! tells you all the voices of who played who in Japanese and English. It's obvious the lower voice, the character name in the lower.
The PKK!
Okay,
What?
like Tatsumi is the Japanese voice. One thing I'm willing to do is anyone who cares for me to play with title things, what are they called? Subtitles. I might play the game in Japanese voice. That's something not anyone got to experience in the real game. Because when we got to the US, it didn't come with Japanese subtitles as an option. It all came in English voice. Japanese voice was not an option. So that's one of the nicer drawbacks.
I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be that strong. I guess this means that the rumor about you killing 100 PKers wasn't a lie after all. Hey, come on, don't look at me like that. Here, let me apologize. So just take it easy, calm down, and die!
Give me just a second, I think I'm getting knocks at the door, so while you're watching the story, I'll mute my mic.
Do you know Tri-Edge?
What did you say?
He's a legendary PK shrouded in blue fire. They say players that get killed by him never come back to the game.
Huh? Oh, come on now. Don't tell me you actually believe that crap. Those old forum fairy tales. So, you think you can go up against me, the Great Bordeaux, and just walk away like nothing happened?
Yeah, I think I can.
Yeah, I think I can, because I'm a badass. It's 100 PKers in a PvP game isn't that great, as I can agree with you. Like, I mean, it's one of those milestones. Because usually you don't, in the game's mechanics, when you actually play, to find people in a battle other than any of your party members, like other people in battles, because like you have to.
So it's you, the character that stinks of death. The terror of death. You're the PKK, Haseo. Players who kill other players are disgraceful. And I agree it's terrible how PKs can just strut around the world so easily these days. But is it right that you PKKs have chosen to use brute force to stop them?
I don't have time for this. Not now.
You have no authority, and it earns you nothing. So why? I am the leader of Moon Tree's Unit 2. My friends call me Sakaki, and I'm afraid I cannot overlook your actions.
Did you say Moon Tree? What's that? The name of a guild? Sorry, Sakaki, but I've already got enough friends.
I love how some of the characters, like...
Do you always interrupt people like that? You know, Sakaki wasn't finished finished talking to you yet.
Oh, you're so annoying. And then I fall in love with you after a while. Because you look like Shino, but you're still of love interest.
Shino.
Atali,
So stupid.
do you know this person?
No?
Atali.
It's not unusual to meet players with similar characters in an online game like this. Just a case of mistaken identity.
Hey, you. Why don't you just... Huh? A text message. Delta Hidden Forbidden Waterfall. Waiting at Arcade Keln. But who sent it?
Yeah. Full whoosh! As we see the over and encompassing over. And all of a sudden he's gone. This is so stupid, like, no one can really teleport.
Just hold on a moment.
Stupid. They add a lot of mechanics to the games that, like, because this is kind of like a live dive, like SAO.
Remember,
Because
what
your
you
thoughts are
PKKs
part
are
of your
trying to do.
controls.
If you succeed, you'll be no different from the PKs
But you don't
themselves.
actually control yourself with your thoughts. You use freaking... In this world, you use an immersion device to see and experience to a degree. But to actually control your character, you're still using a controller. In the storyline, they come up with this like live dive style thing that comes with a controller that's like one-handed. So it's designed to like do everything a controller can do, but with one hand. And of course, in this game, we don't have the same functions as they're supposed to have in the game.
It's been a long time, Haseo.
There's a lot of details to this game.
Or maybe I should call you the Terror of Death.
There's a lot of functions. Like, there's a lot of potential to make this a real game. Like, they made Sword Art Online a real life game, right?
Thanks
but
to
they
you.
haven't made this.
Where
this,
have you
which
been?
would literally be
Haseo,
easier to
always the
replicate.
reliable one.
You still
I
use a
knew I could
controller,
count
but you
on you.
also are immersed. You see yourself in the
Brigade
game,
broke
not
up,
as a
why didn't you come
third-person character.
What have you been doing the
That
last
would not
6
be that
months?
hard to do with the
Susie.
Oculus Rift.
It was such a small seed. I needed to find out what was growing inside. And there was only one way to find out. That's why I decided to raise it.
You raised it? What are you talking about, Ovan?
I'm speaking figuratively.
I was just like, what are you talking about
When
figuratively?
you suddenly
what the fuck's
disappeared,
figurative
we all
mean?
just... Why did you disappear like that? After that, Shino...
I've got to learn how to put a backdrop on my game recordings.
Haseo, do you want to know about Tri-Edge?
So
Wait,
I can,
you know
like...
Tri-Edge?
6 months now, and Shino hasn't come back to the world since Tri-Edge killed her. Meanwhile, the real-life Shino is lying in a coma, and no one seems to know the reason why.
This is going to be my last energy drink, because I had one less earlier today.
He is not a normal
Instead of
PK.
coffee.
So you knew about Shino?
Yes, but that's all that I know. But if you were able to find Tri-Edge, you might learn something about Shino's coma. You may also learn more about what really happened that day. And if you were somehow able to defeat Tri-Edge,
Then maybe Shino would come out of the coma.
if my information is correct, he will be back today at the scene of the crime.
The scene of the crime? You mean...
Delta Hidden Forbidden Holy Ground. The place where Shino was killed.
The Hulgran's Cathedral. Yes, finally. I'll get my chance. I swear I'll bring Shino back. I'll do it, Ovan!
Yes. You and I. We're the only ones who could possibly bring her back.
We're the only ones. Ovan?
I'll meet you at the Holy Ground. There are some things I must do.
Bloom. Just instant bloom. See, when you they don't do this effect when you actually go and enter areas.
He will be
Now
back
this would be a
today
good storyline in
at
Chrism
the scene of the
for you
crime.
guys.
Tri-Edge is coming here.
Was it 5 versions? I can't remember. Wasn't it like freaking like there was the first one, the fragment, then there was the one with um Kite, then there's this one. I know there was a few more, but I can't remember the count. So it could be 2 more. I swear to God, I'm hearing knocking on my door. I'm gonna check that.
They say there used to be
I'm
a
sure it's
statue of a
nothing.
girl here.
Give me a second. I'm just gonna yell out to
A
it.
girl?
That's right. She was called Aura.
We're good.
I wonder, why'd she disappear?
Who
Wonder,
knows?
when did she disappear? In the original game, the game
Maybe
before this
she
one,
just lost her interest.
there actually was a
Lost
statue
hope
of a
for
girl
this
in that world. And these weren't called Lost Grounds.
What's that sound?
Lost Grounds was a new name that came up for these areas that have no actual use. They're just a special area you need to find. And even in this section of the game, you don't go there instantaneously. You had this was Aura's temple. In the second game, from Fragment, which was where everyone else was at,
Is that Tri-Edge?
you had to when you came to this area, you met Kite, or you play as Kite, and one of the things is in that game, Cat's character was special due to a book Aura gave him. That she like installation book. Apparently, it was like an installation book for his character. Nothing else could damage his character. Not even the assistant could get rid of his character properly. But one of the things was yes, data drain. And one of the funny things is if you know who this is, what Kite looks like in the original game, I'm sure Megumi can tell you who you think this is. I don't want to really ruin the story, but if you've seen the game before this one and look at these two characters, you'll see what I mean.
Damn. What the hell? What the hell are you?
This is DieHack GU Blast Recode. It's a game on
This guy
Steam.
killed Shino.
It basically carries all the original GU series that were set out on PlayStation 2 with better graphics, I might add. And in this one, they also added a fourth story with better graphics also in sections where Hiseo and everyone comes back to the game to find Elvon. And that's at least what I've been determined. I can't tell what all goes on in it because I haven't gotten that far. I kind of wanted to let all y'all enjoy that with me. I might actually do more live streams on joysticks so I can get more of the story going so you don't miss. Ah, yes. Yeah, about 5. I don't remember X and Era. Weren't those like the one? Wait, Revision X was freaking the girl who became Kite also, but she's like a female Kite. And Era wasn't that there's a lot of storyline. I'm surprised someone actually knew what I was talking about. Ray was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "What do you think?" And yes, who we saw was Ovon. if you know what he looks like, that's what Kite sees at the end. I'm gonna check my games. Messages. Okay. A lot of the music's pretty calming in this game.
What the?
Cause like even the beginner music, even though you're like in a threatening problem. Is Icon oh no. That was what's his name saying
I
that?
was fighting Tri-Edge, but then... Damn it, I can't remember. Huh? I don't remember doing that. Reformatted? What's going on? What about my emails?
Oh no. See, this is where his addresses would go, all the people he had. None. None. And
Huh?
none.
What the hell? I would never delete these. They're all... gone? Even the emails I got from Shino.
Now, a nice thing about this series is
Everything's been
when they did it on the
reformatted.
PC and they added the extra data you would have gotten if you'd played the first 4 set
What the
and
hell?
brought their carryover data, their complete
email?
carryover data into this.
Fine.
You would
let's
get
take a look.
emails that you haven't seen, that you wouldn't have seen playing the game normally unless you'd done that. So if you didn't play the first 4 games, beat them, and actually move their data into this, you wouldn't get the emails that you get later on down the storyline that aren't actually part of the game. It's like people that you don't know message you
Hold on.
and tell you different things, like, oh hey. Okay, so I'm gonna read these emails. But anyways, there are 2 paths before you. One of these will lead to safety and shame. This is the path where you give up the world and never log in again. The other path leads to peril and pride. It's a path where you continue the world, resume your search for the truth. Let me be blunt, the later path is torturous and it will threaten both your mind and body. Once you have chosen it, there will be no turning back. If you choose to walk this path, then there will come a time where you and I will meet once again in the world. When that time comes, I will once again say to you, welcome to the world.
Trial and truth. Whether or not I should quit the world?
If you guys are enjoying the game, let me know.
You should know I'm gonna go back to the world. And then,
Hurry back, Raylan.
I'm gonna get Shino.
So, whoever's watching, this is a simple login thing. This is like a lot of story stuff. This I'm not going to actually listen to because it's super long and annoying. But it's like background of what's going on in the real world about this whole incident. And you basically see movies of like this guy, Salvador Ihra. He's a reporter who's trying to be a hero and stop everything that's going on in the world by himself. Of course, he doesn't realize half the stuff that he gets saved from in most of this is because of Haseo. This is like
Salvador Ihara's Online Jack.
This is like 4 minutes long.
We
If you guys want me to
investigate the
want to
hottest
see it, let me know
controversies in
now.
today's news. The in-your-face,
I
hard-hitting
can escape
show.
it.
Welcome to Online Jack. Okay, get ready, all you netizens out there. Today's Jack target is Doll Syndrome. Have you heard of it? It's the mystery illness that's spreading like wildfire among grade schoolers. It causes verbal and mental defects that leave victims non-responsive. That's right, this disease turns children into lifeless dolls. Oh no! But we'll fight back. To combat this earth-shattering crisis, we at Online Jack started an investigation. I, Salvador Aihara, will save the world! It's called doll syndrome, a truly mysterious illness. Some scientists tell us the cause is endocrine-disrupting chemicals, but what I want to showcase here is this book. Internet games are turning our kids into dolls, a warning about doll syndrome. Taiichiro Sugai, a professor from Takayama University, wrote the book and lives here. According to his book, doll syndrome's root cause is none other than online games. Online games, famous games such as The World, perhaps. I love them too, but he says that online games and their more than 12 million participants all living out their virtual dreams are the cause. You'll remember that several years ago, the World game was found to be responsible for players being put into a coma. Could it be that it's also causing the dreaded doll syndrome? Are these online games nothing but a blight upon our society? If the professor feels that way, then let's see what he has to say. Let us begin the interview.
It's like late at night, and this guy is like bugging this poor man.
What do you want? You know how late it is?
Hey there, I'm the host of Online Jack, Salvador Aihara. I have a few questions about your book, Online Games Are Turning Our Kids into Dolls, a warning about doll syndrome. Can you believe this guy? Open up, Professor Sugai. We want to talk to you.
You've just come to make fun of my book, haven't you? Get away from here!
If you don't explain yourself on camera, sir, you'll make yourself look even more suspicious.
I don't have to explain myself. All I did was publish the results of my own independent research.
How you say independent research, but isn't it true that your sources themselves are questionable?
Not as questionable as you!
Well then, prove to us that your sources are credible. If you do, we won't bother you anymore, Professor.
Oh! Give me a break. Who would believe you? And another thing, I'm an associate professor.
Okay. Well, we were turned down by Associate Professor Sugai, but to follow our own independent research, we went undercover into the very elementary school that Sugai was investigating. This is the elementary school where Associate Professor Sugai was conducting his study on doll syndrome. Is a killer disease stalking the children of this ordinary elementary school? Let's take a look.
Elementary school kids are playing this game. Yeah, I'm totally gonna buy that.
Hey there, boys and girls. There's no need to fear.
Oh, undercover, real undercover.
Who are you? We're in the middle of class.
Oh, what is this vision of loveliness that graces our presence? Hello, Senorita. You and I can save the world together. Viva Salvador!
Get out of here, you creep!
Here we are in the teacher's lounge. I haven't been to one of these since the days when I used to peep under girls' skirts.
If you want to film in here, you need to get permission first.
But the whole purpose of the show is it's undercover.
You entertainment people have no decency.
You're so beautiful when you're angry.
Stop that. What are you investigating?
Doll syndrome. Miss Michiru Tajima, teacher of 4th grade class 1.
And it literally ends there. And there's other things that like have movies, like there's this, the woohoo 3 million mark. Let's see, it says the 12 million mark. That's how many people are playing this game. That's not, and that's counting the people who also in the coma. It's like space station nearing completion. We're just gonna skip this.
With the participation of Japan and many other countries, the International Space Station, slated for completion in 2017, is nearly done. As large as a soccer stadium, this fully manned facility will be used for various types of research in a deep space environment.
Simple enough.
The Online Administration Act received a majority vote of the ruling party, meaning the adoption of the citizen numbering system seems to be inevitable. As a result, the process of converting to an electronic government has overcome its final hurdle.
See, these are all just really short little things. I'm a hero. These are the words that are written on a sketchbook found in a boy's school bag. The recent outbreak of juvenile delinquency is said to be the effect of video games, according to experts. Games have a far better reputation. See, this is the controller I was talking about that's like
Display your
one-handed.
world. For business or for entertainment, the new M2D Micro Monocle display now on sale. Once you're freed from your mobile, the net opens up in front of your eyes.
See, this is the online dive kind of like thing for Dot Hack, was the basic ability to check windows and computer screens. It's like a computer for your eyes, which is amazing. It can do even Dot Hack things. And I'm just gonna skip this because I don't see much use of this. And yeah, that was outdoor inverters. This is basically a joke. See, a lot of this stuff is really just like unable to be done. Like,
In the old days, when people thought of an online junkie, they envisioned someone locked in their room, glued to their computer 24 hours a day. But today, due to radical improvements in mobile devices, network games can be enjoyed outside and have given rise to a whole new breed of online junkies.
see, this is what the Dot Hack World original game dive-in, system, login, whatever you want to call it, look like. Let's get these all. I'm just gonna quickly highlight all the ones that are new. CCC Corp employees new.
After having suffered a huge fire in 2015, CyberConnect Japan's new home office has now been completed. Subsequent investigations determined that a spark from electrical equipment led to the blaze 2 years earlier, resulting in multiple deaths and injuries.
Yeah, one of the fun things with this game is you can get new backgrounds in the game just by going to a section of a form. In this game, in this one, the forms are much easier to deal with because you don't have to sit there and open every freaking post. They have like a button that literally lets you. It literally lets you. In these forms, there's a button selection, like let's say, like for this. If you click this, normally you think in the old game you had to click one of these one at a time and go through it. But with the Y button, you can just say, oh, I can click it. I don't have to read all that. I don't want to read all that. Basically, you could skip it. I would play music, but I wanted you guys to enjoy the sounds of the music in the game. Mark all red. Basically what it is, it's mark all red for a game. Oh, did you know, if you look at this game form, there's a section where, you see Salvador's character show up, and he's like, it's obvious it's him. No one tells you who it is, but it's actually him. He actually shows up in the Apaku, which is this is just rumors. Some of these people you see in this, you actually see in the game as at the start. Some of these, like, the Cinnamon and Navas Nibi, some of these people you actually see in the game. Like Nuda here, you see Nuda all the time and like playing as a beast character. One of the things in the old game that you didn't be able to do was there weren't supposed to be beast characters. So the main character, Mia, having a cat character wasn't allowed. It was a hack in the system, and no one really did anything. No, the GMs did anything because her and Elk were kind of outland to the system. One of the weird things was I thought they were basically stuck in the game. There's a lot of story between those two because some people think Entrance is the new Elk because Elk was always following around Entrance, or Elk was always following around Mia. And when we get to the part where you see who Entrance is, you'll like to see what he looked like. These are just a bunch of this is supposed to be drawings that people posted into this forum. Sometimes I wonder if it's just drawings that many of the game artists did themselves. Just so, or pictures that they see. This guy right here is literally what's funny is that character is Luli Sone. You know it's Salvador. This is a nice picture. Welcome back, Ray. You missed a lot. Yeah, Elk and Tsukasa were two different people. Tsukasa was a girl playing a boy character like Elk's Wavemaster. But Elk was a whole nother section. This is actually, one of the nice things is with the movie player, they actually give you the start, the title demo. This is what you would see when you would start the game. Normally you don't see this now because the game instantly sends you straight into the game creation. This is what you would see if you stood at the beginning menu or never clicked past the chat window. At the beginning. This is like a preview of what you're going to see in the game. A lot of it's already seen when you start the game. I guess it would be smart to play it right now so you get an idea of what you're going to see in the game. Some of it you already seen, some of it you haven't. But you don't know what happens. What's hilarious is when they show these characters, one of the storyline things is epitaphs and epitaph users. Epitaphs are what in the old game were considered phases. There's Scathe, Ignis, Magnus. There was other ones. Gore. There was Maha. There were a few others. I know there was I can't remember what the other ones are called. Magus, Torvor. Torvor was one. I need most of them. Ignis is Adley's What's funny is you don't see any of the other characters or fight their epitaphs until later on in the story. So, there's a lot of story to this. But see, one of the fun things is, hey look, I can change my background. I want to do this. How's that? Okay. Now let's get into the actual game since... But yeah. It's kind of nice to have someone that actually knows about the game besides me. Let's see, I'm just gonna click that. I'm not actually going to look at these because I just don't like having the new window on there because sometimes they send special stuff on here you actually have to read. So I just click this. Now races, there's humans. Humans are like the elves, are the a lot of the characters in this game, there's actually detailed statistics to their stats and such. You just don't get to see them. No. Aura was named Aura. One of the things in Dot Hack Original was there's also Helba. There's Helba and Leos. Those are actual characters or factions. But what was her name? The goddess or the holder of the game back in the day. The AI that was taking over the game was like a special system AI that was made by the system, because what happens is what CC Corp does is use a story game intro thing to the... Okay, I'm going to explain jobs real quick, because this is actually something you're going to see a lot in the game. You can't change your character afterwards. Twin Blade. Have a high agility and attack with 2 swords. That's what your main character starts with. This is a Blade Brander. He's like the katana swordsman, but one-handed. Edge Punisher. 2-handed swordsman. They're slow, but they do powerful attacks. Lord Prisoner is kind of like a piercing power to armor, but they're also slow. But they have a high defensive power as well, but they're weak against magic. Tribal Grapplers use their own fists as weapons. They use high agility similar to Twin Blades and possess high HP. However, their low defense value makes it crucial to pay attention in battle. Flick Reaper. You don't see a lot of Flick Reapers in the beginning. That's kind of hilarious thing. There's actually no weapons for Flick Reapers in the first game. It's like no level 1 Flick Reaper weapon. Steam Gunners. Now you'll see this. Steam Gunners are basically like the only gun character you'll see in the game. And steam guns basically shoot steam blasts of energy. They can, but in the game functions, when you fight, you have to slash to attack. The gun shooting is actually a separate thing, unless you use an ability. And this is what your character is, an Adept Rogue. They show you, they show in this picture the 2 weapons you get later on. And for the magic users, there's Harvest Cleric, which is Adley's start class, her class. Shadow Warlock. Harvest Clerics specialize in healing spells, and their only attack magic is based in the light setting, which would be water, wind, and light. Shadow Warlocks specialize in all dark arcane magic. They can do all arcane magic as well as certain. They have some healing, but it's very limited. Just like how healer clerics are limited to dark magic, but these characters can use dark magic to its fullest extent. Now these Macklemore dancers are fan users. They're basically they can do everything, but their only attacks they can cast in black magic is the darker side. It's kind of interesting how these guys have the attack magic and healing magic, but they're basically so proficient that they can't do a high amount of healing or damage. Healing spells are basically affixated with their level of heal. Like Rep or a healing potion does 100 healing hit points. So as you level up, your healing abilities don't get bigger unless you use your spells a lot. Because then what you get is weapon class upgrades. So basically you learn new abilities as you overuse your older ones. And the more you use your older ones, the more, how should I say, proficient with your weapon you become. These are area words. I'm just kind of flipping through these because I know this is a lot of stuff. Can't go to area. Map's gone. See, this is something that would happen. This is actually something that happened in the old game. Now it doesn't do this anymore. It doesn't do this anymore. At least it never did it to me. It hasn't done it to me on this game yet. I think you can close the minimap by pressing B. But I've always used the select button to minimize it. And here we go, logging in. Night, Megumi. Sleep well. if anyone has any questions about the storyline, let me know, because I can't answer them. I basically played the first set. Oh, here's the hilarious part. Oh no, what's wrong? Wasn't he just badass a second ago?
Why is my equipment different?
Oh my god. Why is your equipment different? Did you just get data drained by a freaking monster? Or bad guy? He killed your data.
I'm back at level 1?
Oh no.
What about my items?
The funny thing is, if you play cheat mode, your level is at level 50 even though he hacks you. The only issue is you don't get any of the real feel of enjoying the game if you have high level. Because if you use cheat mode, you start at level 50 and you have all these healing items and like items to trade with.
My character has been completely reformatted.
And the issue is, there's a lot of
Did you see that guy just now?
there's a lot of
With the
achievements
really
on
weird
Steam
arm?
that you can't get if you play cheat mode.
Totally.
Arm?
Think about it. Oh yeah! Who else has a modified arm?
Ovan? He would know something about this.
But the thing is, you think anyone would have a heavy modified arm. Now, one of the things you can get... See, I can open up the mini menu. See, you can talk to these guys. And some people have interesting trade items. See, like you can get this, but with trade negotiate level, you see that the bar at the bottom that says negotiate. That's you have to get that full to say okay. Like let's see, I'll show you an example. Now that's what I want from him. I have to give him something of equal value. Some people take these. These are the healing for your MP. Oh no. Well, this doesn't do that much. We're just gonna skip out. Yeah, we're gonna stop the trade. But that's some of the mechanics. Is you can trade with NPC players, and they usually carry some weird item that you can't get anywhere else.
Do you know what that guy's job was?
Or you can get it. It's just you have to look like legit.
I didn't look that closely.
Yes, cheat mode is a legit mode. It's mostly if you want to just want to get through the game fast for the start, because there's no cheat mode for all the other games. You just start at level 50 as the start level. The cheat mode turns off as you carry over your data to the next game. Cheat modes are mostly to get you started on your game, so you're not sitting here doing all this crud. Even though there's a lot of stuff you would still be doing and grindtastically doing, like getting items to complete your book. In this game, in the first game there was these things called data books. Book of Ryu, and books of Ryu were what you got for data draining enough times.
I thought he looked kind of creepy.
Because when you data drained 10 times successfully, you got a Ryu book. But the issue with data draining in this game
I think he went down that alley.
You basically in the hack, the first one, the first series, when you data drained, you hacked your character's data. Your data would get messed up because you're hacking the system, and too much data draining would either result in a failure, or you would literally. There was actually side effects you can get, like downgrades, like if you failed. And one of the levels on each level of damage, one of the downgrades was literally game over. You basically killed yourself. See, that's when in this game there's that.
Those player killers.
But you can't data drain yourself that way. Only death is actually getting killed by another enemy or something.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Fighting those noobs is making us all rusty.
That rogue that we fought the last time? He really wasn't that bad.
You mean we're going after him next?
Hell yeah.
You know what's funny?
There is no way in hell.
The girl, her name's Birdo.
After what happened last time.
She literally joins your team at the end of the game.
Yes, ma'am.
It's hilarious. There's a lot of characters that'll join your team at the end game.
Wait.
I mean,
what the
third
hell
game.
Am I hiding for? Why do I have to hide from bastards like them? It's pathetic.
There's a lot of detail, like, there's a lot of characters you'll meet along the way. Some you don't immediately have join you. It's like second game, some people join you. And like some new people join into the fray.
What the hell's going on?
What the hell's going on? Watch this. BAM! How do you run into a character and actually fall over?
Huh? What happened?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Hey, are you a new player?
You're a noob? Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I guess I must have scared you, huh?
He does wobble. It's
Hell
hilarious.
No, I'm not a noob. I'm the terror of death.
Terror of what?
They don't even know who the Terror of Death, like
Wait,
he's a
are
legit
you
character.
talking about the famous PKK Haseo?
Oh, you're a player killer. I knew I'd heard about him somewhere before, but I'm pretty sure the player's name was Haseo.
Are you sure?
That's a lot of data.
Definitely. Yep.
Hey, look. It's me. I'm the real PKK Haseo.
And he's laughing at you.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to gain more levels before you can say anything like that.
What? Hey.
If you're a noob, we'll be happy to teach you the basics of this game.
What's funny is they actually teach you a basic that you don't know
Syllabus
about.
and I are part of the Noob Support Guild called Canard.
Noob Support Guild?
It's a guild that teaches noobs all they need to know to become top players.
We're actually pretty famous, you know.
Oh yeah, I need to give you our member addresses first. Here.
Member addresses are an address system.
I know.
Man.
Just for
It's just my
communicating with your
luck to
friends
get
in the
mixed up
world.
with a bunch
When
of
inviting someone
weirdos.
into your party, check their
I even lost sight of Ovan.
Notice how he doesn't give a rat's ass about these two?
Anyway, right now, I've got to level back up to become the terror of death.
Notice how he's not paying attention to anything they're saying? He's
Well,
such a jerk.
I guess I'll just hang out with them for a little while longer.
He's like, oh, I'm done with you guys. I'm gonna leave you.
Look, it
But what's
doesn't
hilarious?
mean that they'll join just because you invite them to. Were you listening to me?
Yeah,
And there
I
goes
was listening.
Raylan.
You were? Really?
Yes, really. Anyway, come on.
There's
You're gonna
Raylan
teach me
back.
the basics, right? So hurry up and let's move on to the next lesson.
Okay, then let's go to an area.
Now, invite us into your party and we'll go find the Chaos Gate.
See, they automatically join your party. Because you don't have to sit there and go, oh, I don't know how to do that. That's okay, Raylan. Welcome back. I can't see for the life of me how many people are here. Because I have my chat basically minimized to the side of my screen so I can see the game and chat. Let's see. There's actually an achievement you can get with Steam if you talk to enough people. There's actually a trades gift and actually gifting.
This is the Chaos Gate. If you input 3 different types of words into...
I know that.
Okay, well then, a good area.
Delta Peaceful Leading Freedom. That should be a good place to start.
Please and thank you. One of the reasons I talk to all the people I can is because there's actually a side quest where you have to, all the characters you've already talked to, you don't have to give this thing called a flyer.
attention! Bringing one noob to the
I'm not gonna skip
dungeon!
this, I can't.
Repeat, bringing one noob to the dungeon!
I told you that I'm not a noob.
I know. You're really the terror of death, right?
I can understand you wanting to roleplay something like that, but I'm not really sure if you should do Terror of Death, you know? Player killers are going to come after you, and it'll definitely be rough for you.
Hey, just shut up and listen.
So you're saying you're really the PKK Haseo, the terror of death. And when you logged in, your level went down from 133 to 1?
No way! I've never heard of a bug quite like that. Wow!
I'm not lying.
Okay, but still.
Gaspard, that's what he's role-playing.
Oh, now I get it. That's some really complicated character background.
It's not role-playing.
Don't be embarrassed. We'll accept your character concept.
Just relax and come with us.
Will you please listen to me already?
It's hilarious that the most caring guild there is, the people who care about you don't give a rat's ass what you say. Like, oh, you're joking. Ha 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 ha. Oh Christ, I hate this part.
The enemy has been spotted.
Okay, maybe we should start by telling you about the skill trigger.
I already know about that.
But how could you know? You're just a noob.
No, I'm not.
Why don't we give it a shot?
Okay, come on, Haseo. Let's go fight the monsters.
Don't forget to use the skill trigger, okay?
Damn, this is bad.
See, there's a way to avoid that. You really have to run like hell. There's a little lag to this.
That was nothing.
I love how their level is.
Yes! Way to go, Haseo!
Yeah, looks like you can use the skill trigger just fine.
I just can't believe that you're a noob.
I told you, I'm not a...
Okay.
Let's move on. Will you two just listen?
The only reason I even skipped that part, because there's actually more to this dungeon down there.
There's another
I
enemy.
hate this freaking chat.
Well, now that you know how to use the skill trigger, let's learn about Rengeki.
I already know about...
Okay, then let's go and fight them.
I'll tell you the timing to execute it, so make sure you use it.
Listen to me, damn it!
Don't worry, we're listening all right.
Bullshit.
Yeah, right. Damn, this is bad.
There's like literally no avoiding this, because like they really instantly see you. I have to switch their strategy, because they're doing free will. He's supposed to be set to life. He's supposed to be set to life. That's why I'm not getting there now. See, that's one of the tricks they try to get you is... No! See, that's the issue, is you can't do Rengeki because they use spell attacks.
Was the rank?
I just forgot for a second.
It's all right.
Now, when this happens, if you succeed, it might be
good.
Let's keep going.
And now I'm gonna go back, because now you can do Rengeki, because the freaking characters freaking restrict your Rengeki use until you've seen it once. And Nimbus I play because I love to kill things. Now this time I can actually get a surprise attack. Surprise attack! Surprise attack!
Gale Blade!
Kill, 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 kill! Don't attack it! See, at first they do that freaking thing where they attack, and you're not supposed to have them attacking.
I guess we won!
Normally you wouldn't level up that high from just a level, an enemy at that level class.
Victory is ours!
They actually give you an experience buff, experience learning buff in this game, in the original. The original was hard as hell to level up, and it's probably because it was basically on your PlayStation. You just sat there playing. You're not supposed to use attacks. That's why I had to send it to him. He'll use only regular attacks.
Wow! We did it!
Yeah. One of the special things is exploring these dungeons like to their fullest. Because you actually get map completion bonus. There's a lot of details that they don't tell you about in this game, which is actually really hilarious. There's some monsters over here. Oh, there's the swords. These are elemental blades. I believe these are the Zan bezels. They're like demon swords and like demon ghost swords.
Gale blade!
Bam! Take that. We're connecting with the combos.
We did it!
Now they teach you something that freaking the
This'll be quick.
two player killer people did to you. There's actually a skill that you can learn where you combine your efforts to do damage. You'll see what it is in a second.
Gale blade!
One of the good thing about Rengeki is it lets you
That was nothing.
The nice thing about Rengeki is you also, in this game, Rengeki actually nets you what's called weapon skill experience. Rengeki goes straight, what you learn from experience with your Rengeki also goes towards your weapon skill. And the higher level you get your weapon skill, is the more abilities you can use with it. And here's a fun part. These are steam functions, these are chimps. And he's stuck up there somehow. Are they seriously chasing him through? Oh! There he is! That's hilarious, he got stuck in there. He actually got stuck in the map. In the original game, they didn't. Your teammates didn't actually go out of their way to hit Chim Chims for you, so you had to run around and actually get them yourself. And chims are like gathering chim spheres is something you need to do in the game. Because without chim spheres, you can't. It doesn't count as a completion. In each area, the amount of chims you collect is your rank. I believe the minimum you need to collect is 50 to get an S rank. Chim spheres. It's called chim. They're calling it chim. Chim spheres are basically, they just call it chim. But in the game, it's considered a chim sphere. It's what you use to, open certain doors that use chim spheres. Like in the storyline, it's basically, it's steam energy that the people are using to open devices and power devices. Chim sphere is basically steam energy. Nice job, Brady, Azzy. Hi, Tawny. Welcome back. Yeah, basically, but yeah, Chim Spheres, or Chim, is steam energy you can use to operate devices in dungeons. You can also use it on certain things in, this sucks.
Do you know about Awakening?
See, you don't know about Awakening. They never teach you that. Even
No,
your character at
I
level
don't.
133 did not know what Awakening was. Of course, it's a party thing you can only
I
do.
knew that you were a noob.
Hey!
Now, Haseo. We'll tell you all about them, so don't scowl, okay?
Yeah.
Don't
So,
scowl.
what is this awakening thing you were talking about?
Well, it's a special attack that you can do together with your party members. Do you want to give it a shot? It's a lot easier to understand it if you're in battle.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it. I'm gonna do my best.
Hey, I haven't agreed.
All right then, let's go encounter some enemies.
And these guys literally see you coming. I think these are the only idiots that don't instant see you.
First strike!
Awakening is a state when a special kind of power has been activated.
There's actually
You
two
can use it
awakenings.
when the morale gauge on the top right of the screen is full.
Here it comes!
Okay, I'll do what I can.
Ha! Gale Blade!
Oh,
I love you.
you just got one step.
The enemies get strong.
Roof cruise!
The
Wow,
elemental monsters,
We did it!
one of the things they don't tell you, because it's clear that you're not paying attention, is that elemental monsters basically have this thing where they can... Okay. See, this is a steam door. This is what I was talking about, Ray. See, a steam door is one of the traps that are found in a dungeon. These doors can be opened by inserting an energy known as Chim Spheres. The Chim Spheres can be obtained from the mysterious creatures known as Chim Tims, which are found inside dungeons and root towns. So you can actually start an area with Chim Spheres. It's just
Let's get him!
usually in the old game you can only carry 99. Now in this one you can actually carry up to 999.
Let's keep it up!
Yeah. So one of the things people would do is they'd line their allies up in the old games. Like early on in the series, they got to the point where allies could do the old kicking for you. But in the first game, they didn't think about having that as a feature. They're supposed to help you, but they never really scripted it in so that the characters' AIs would chase Chim Spheres and Chims and kick them for you. So now they actually do kick them. It's a very good concept. Okay. I'm just gonna sneak up on these.
Slow!
Bam!
Gale Blade!
It is a very handled feature. And Bastard kills him.
Let's keep it up!
Now we're all gonna level up. normally you'd be level 3 at the end of this game, or this dungeon. Now they've made it to where you can actually get further in the dungeon. And oh, nope, let's go this way. That's the ending area. I remember there's a monster in one of these little hold areas. There's like monsters in a hold area right there. That literally you have to use chimsters to open. I can't remember where they are. I think they're over here. Like the door is right here. Yeah, it's right here. It's like just a set of monsters hiding in the store. You gotta back up because they instant lock onto you if you don't get back.
I can win.
Well, that's that, I guess.
Right now I'm using a Xbox 360 controller, but I plan to get an Xbox One controller to do this. But yeah, the Xbox One controller is the one my sister's boyfriend doesn't like, because it's like, for some reason it's really not handy for his hands. But I looked at it and it's something I can use, and it's designed for a computer. That's why they don't like it, it's because it's designed for a computer more than Xbox One. These treasure chests use accessories usually, and these these contain armor and weapons, or a special item. We're gonna go in order. So we saw this first. This gave us a spell. It's a status buff, a status debuff spell. Like in this game, there's easy, handy spells. Like there's spells you can get from enemies as a drop, or just enemy drops that basically like let me show you an example. I'm sure I've grabbed some and not noticed. This is an insta spell. Instant spells basically use what's called a spell on an enemy, but it's instant, so that it doesn't take any of your mana. It's a scroll. The only issue is it costs money to get those usually if you want to buy them. And here's this. I hate these button pushings. And I'm blacked. Thanks, Tawny. Ow, ow, ow. I am low on health. Bling! Haha. Okay. No, I'm not gonna cast one on Sylvis. And this is where you actually get to talk to the characters. Oh no, there's monsters.
Let's get him! Go!
What's nice is you can see what they're saying in the chat lower. Yeah, Justin, you missed everything. I killed monsters, I killed cats, I killed you as a cat. In all seriousness, you missed the starter story of this. I don't know, does YouTube actually record your live streams?
Well, that's that, I guess.
I don't know much about YouTube, using YouTube. This is my first time. No, I didn't kill cats. There's actually, funny enough story, in the story, like
hey,
at the end...
do you guys know anything about Tri-Edge?
Tri-Edge? No, what's that? Some kind of event monster or something?
It's the screen name of a PK.
Never heard of him.
Me neither.
This is the Steam door. Now, this is kind of like the same as it was with the first temple you go to. That was the area, a field area. One of the things that you have to know is there's two types of areas. There's a field area and a dungeon area.
Law in the world's backstory,
field areas have two types of missions available. They usually have a boss mission or
there is the treasure
statue
offering.
limit.
See?
Where you can get little pieces of a symbol to open a temple that has it. While ooh, I got the weapon.
Hey,
I got that. I got that the first time I played this
huh?
game, on the PS2.
They're from Kestrel.
Huh? What? Hey, who are these guys?
I'm gonna let you guys watch
Famous
this.
player
I'm gonna go
killers.
get some coffee.
What the? Not now.
So I'm gonna mute my mic. So go ahead and watch the
Well,
storyline.
well, looks like you haven't been keeping up since the last time we met. It took me a little while to recognize that you were really the terror of death.
What? He's real?
You're really the terror of death?
How amazing. I mean, what a coincidence running into you here. I tell you, it has to be destiny.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, right, moron. Give me a break. Someone sent me an anonymous email. So I decided to come and have some fun. Now, what should we play? Well, for starters, how about I love you to death?
I don't really know what's going on. But please, no violence.
Gaspard!
He got in my way.
Oh, hell. What is this? Just what the hell is going on here? What's happening?
Haseo! Run!
Are you scared? Man, I just love that expression, you know what I mean? God, there is nothing like PK.
Wait a minute. What the? Something is starting to... It's growing.
Hold it.
You guys look like you're having fun.
Who the hell are you? You want to be killed too?
Are you sure you want to do that? The guild that you PKers hate the most might be heading this way as we speak.
Moontree? I can't believe it. You tipped them off, you bitch!
Maybe I did.
Hey! What are we gonna do?
Fighting them now is only gonna bring more problems. You! I won't forget this.
What a silly girl. Don't you realize that I just saved you?
Yeah. Thanks a lot for saving us.
You're Haseo.
I don't recall telling anyone like you my name.
You're an unruly child, just like I heard you were.
What are you, a groupie?
By the way,
Nice
yes,
try,
there's
but I'm not interested in brats.
Well, I'm glad. Because I don't have any interest in old hags.
What? Old hag?
Yeah, this
Only
is
an
like one
old
of the
person like
hilarious
you
thing
would
I've
use
ever
such an
heard
outdated
say.
phrase like unruly child.
Damn brat. I'll have you know that I'm...
You're...
I'll come back another time.
As you wish.
Let me just give you one warning. Haseo, your character hides something. There is a dangerous power inside you.
Dangerous power?
Have you ever had the
Notice
feeling
they haven't revived
like
poor
there was something
Gaspard,
strange
who's
growing
laying
inside
there
your
dead.
character?
He can hear you, but he can't do anything.
As if it is trying to get out. Well, anyway. I'll see you again.
Phew! Oh, man. That was pretty scary.
Sorry for the disappearance. I'm making coffee, so I
Wow.
use a K-ring, so
Okay,
it takes a while.
so I didn't really get all of that, but basically, your character has some really messed up data, right?
What? Really? Well then you should go and tell CC Corporation all about it, and have them recreate your character for you.
It's not normal to go from level 133 to level 1 so suddenly.
Yeah, I know. You're right. It's definitely not normal, but... I guess you could say my enemy's not normal either.
Enemy?
If that dangerous power, or whatever she was talking about, can help, then I've got no choice but to keep using this character.
That sounds pretty serious to me.
both
Oh
energy
well,
drink and
anyway,
coffee.
good luck.
I have much
You know
coffee as I
what?
want, but I
Come to
can't
think of
have
it,
too much energy drink, so
Didn't
I
that
flip
lady
out.
say that she had already called the Moon Tree Guild?
That was just a bluff.
She lied?
No, not a lie exactly. That old hag just never said she had actually called them.
A bluff, huh? She's quite the strategist. What's wrong?
What are we doing wasting our time? I mean, what if those player killers come back here?
Yeah, good point. Let's hurry back to town.
But yeah, as you can see, this is for every area when you finish it, you usually get what's considered a rank for each section. There's enemy parties defeated, object treasure boxes opened, destroyed objects, and chim spheres. And each of these are at a certain level of those you get energy drink. Oh my god. But the better you do on all of these, the more likely you get an S rank. Chim sphere is kind of a cheat way to make sure you get an S rank, because the more chim spheres you get past normal S rank level, the more likely you hold an S rank. Yeah, I'm okay. Why? What's wrong, Raylan? I'm just letting you see. I was just explaining it.
Hey.
Hmm?
Why don't you have Moontree protect you?
Yeah, that's right. You've got those really strong-looking PKers after you.
Moontree is a guild that supports the abolishment of PKs.
Sometimes. I was also kind of.
And
I've also got a
part of
cat.
their mandate includes helping PK victims out.
Moontree, huh? Oh, them. You want me to beg those hard-headed dorks to protect me? Forget about it.
Meow.
I'd rather be PK'd than be protected by all those lecturing loudmouths.
I love how you.
Seriously, who makes a charity group in a game?
Haseo.
What's wrong?
How long have you been standing there? What? You got a problem?
Look, Haseo, you don't understand anything about Moontree, okay? We're just trying to make the world a more enjoyable place.
It's hilarious. He's like, he doesn't. He totally can't see her. Blind spot.
Doesn't everyone feel like being nice to someone sometimes? We want to protect those feelings. We want to be able to protect those feelings. But everyone likes to make fun of us, saying we're just some charity group or some cult. We just want to improve, together with everyone else. We are not here to lecture anyone. Do you get it? Do you understand? Do you, Haseo?
You...
Chew him out, that's she does.
Please, take this.
Huh?
I'm going to do everything within my power to explain Moontree to you. I want you to better understand who we really are.
Wait, don't I get a say in this? Hey.
Yes?
So, how did you even recognize me anyway? I mean, I don't look anything like I used to before.
Well, I guess it's because you're still you.
Huh?
Oh, here it comes, here it comes.
It's true that I didn't recognize you at first, but soon after that, I realized it was you. Oh, Sakaki's calling me, so I have to get going now. But I'll tell you a lot more about Moontree next time.
Was she a member of Moontree? That's great! If you're friends with a Moontree member, the PKers are bound to leave you alone.
Man. Even though she's got the same face and everything, she's definitely not Shino.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Well, that was all really interesting. Okay, we're gonna head for another area. How about you, Haseo?
No,
Okay, got it. Well, if you need anything, just call us.
We'll help you out.
See ya.
Yeah, later.
God, I'm so beat. What was that about? And what about that woman? And the dangerous power she talked about?
This is where it becomes more player character playing games.
Check my email or something.
Funny enough, just because they're gone, they are gone. Now I'm going to explain some of the functions. You see those hearts with the dots over them? Blue means they're acquaintances, and the more dots you get, the closer you get to a yellow heart. I think it goes pink, blue, pink, and then yellow. And that's just a level of friendship you can get with them. At the full level of friendships, you can actually trade with them for things they have at a lower trade level than anyone else in the game. Before I jump to the next quest, I'm gonna go to my equipment. because I got a Winkagoo. I got a simple necklace that'll up my status. But yeah, so in this game, it's literally kind of like playing an MMO, but you're playing single player with no online. There are no real other players out here. Everyone else is just a joke. Basically, it tells you to log out. One of the things I did, like an idiot, is I went to one of these level areas. I went to Ohm Shells. This is level 5, I'm level 5. I'm like, oh, I can totally do this, right? I went there, I died. It was hilarious. I just, like, legit died. I was like, I could do this. I got far. It's just, when I started getting into it, it was just like, I'd already used my heal. I didn't have to heal for this. Because in the old game, they didn't have heals. Yeah, like, you can literally talk to these AIs. Like, this is Nuda, like the rumor person. Watch this. This is one of the rumor board talkers. Some of these rumors can actually scare you. He tries to make you think he's gonna go comatose. Yeah. So we're gonna log out. I'm gonna save the game because it's literally half an hour until the end of my show. I don't know who's on next after me, so I don't want to overrun my time. Give me a second, go check my emails, messages, make sure no one's messaging me. Yep, no one's messaging me. So I'll go a little over until I can get to a decent area. I quick leveled out to the thing. I kind of want to ask my sister's boyfriend if I can use the... Oops! Genius moment. Terror of Death. This is actually a picture I used when I first started the game. When I got to this point, I actually changed the picture to that. Because one of the functions that you can get with pictures is, like, if you go here, watch. Hold on, let me find it. PKK Haseo. But what you can do is you can tint it. Like, I want this, like, let's say I want this purple. After color. See how it changes color, the after changes? That's what it's going to look like. Then we go to the tint. Tint can basically control how much darkness and such is in it. Like, I can make it like grayscale. Like, this is literally a sketch. Does it not look like they did paper and pencil sketch? But no, we're going back to the colors. Brightness. This is actually an important factor in the game, is the brightness contrast. That actually considers it. Contrast. We're not going to mess with that. You actually get background music. There's up to 17 for the first game. As you progress in the games, you get access to more backgrounds through this. What is a guild master's requisitions. And this is where your member addresses go. This is like a small profile area. Tells you how much tells you things about the characters. Like, see, he actually wants the M2D. I want a new cell phone, a G-Power 9 graphics card, and an advanced M2D. I got your back. I love Gaspar's. You think just because he's a fatty in the game doesn't mean he's in a fatty in real life. Except here it's like, favorite thing, napping. Favorite food, Pella. hates avocado, natto. Haseo, play with me. Hilarious. And there goes Justin. See, here you can start doing a quest. Quests are kind of like a thing to get interest into like a quest line. And quests actually open up a secondary thing that you can do while playing the game. Some of these emails will actually, the messages you send them will actually trigger something to helpfully help you and make friends with them. Like, see, she can send this to you even though you're not supposed to. Sometimes there's things you just don't want to say to these people because you're just like, why do I have to say this or this? It's like, I have to pick the better of the two. And sometimes that for me, even that's hard. Because for the life of me, I can't tell what's easier and worse. So I'm going to reserve the first 3 saves for our little game session. This will be where I'll save hardstyle in case I don't want to go back. This will be where I save, say things. One of the things that the old .hack had was you could name your character. So Kite didn't have to be Kite. You could literally call him Leon. You could call him anything, as long as it wasn't a name that corresponded to the actual storyline. Like, you couldn't call him Elk, you couldn't call him Mia. You couldn't call him any of the characters' names in the storyline because no one knew what his name was in real life. We'll load back in. Are we enjoying ourselves? Just wanted to check that real quick. Because I can stop if everyone's getting bored or anything. I can't see who's here besides you and Reyes, and Species is here. And Tawny's here, okay, so I see everybody. Just so you know, you're literally just, like, I have complexity down to the lowest rank ever. Like, I'm literally unable to see what you guys are doing. I'm doing this so I can control the... It's a really neat game, like, I can tell you it is. Like, I would recommend it to anyone who's liked the .hack series, because the 4th game they've offered in this special bundle, besides the fact that they give you all 3 games for literally $50, plus a 2nd game, a parody thing, and a story revealer. See, some of these people have actual things that actually you read about them, and if you keep up with what they talk about, you can actually keep track of what they talk about later on in the game. Like, next section, they'll start saying, oh, hey, I know who you are. Sometimes there's, like, what they say, I watch all the animes too, Species. I have watched almost every single one. I just haven't finished .hack. I didn't watch Sign fully because it showed up on YouTube, or no, when it showed up on Adult Swim, because I missed some because of the timing of the I missed some of the series. I got the basics. I just can't remember all of the series. Because at the time, we didn't have that function where you could record series. It was literally watch when you can. If you miss out, oh well, you couldn't record. But now, see, I could take them to this quest. It's a very simple quest. This is the Lucky Animal quest. Well, no, Chim Spirit quest. This is where you get rewards for kicking Chim Chims. Hold on. Oh, he's the one I need. get back here. This is the guy I need. There's a guy who actually, I can't remember who it is. There's two NPCs that carry what's called a beginner's text and beginner's book. They're actually they're what's called a weapon level upgrade. They basically increase the experience you have with your weapon you're currently equipped with, if you currently equip anything else. But they basically level up your weapon skill and any one of the characters that's with you. If it's a book, if it's a text, it'll level up 50 points of experience to whoever is wearing it, or whoever it's used on, and what their weapon is. So like, let's say I gave Gaspard I used a text on Gaspard. He would literally learn 50 points in Gilmore usage. The reason why they don't call it class experience is because of Adept Rogues, literally. Since my character's an Adept Rogues can use other weapons. So when he doesn't equally learn experience for each weapon as he goes. He only learns experience for the weapon he's using at the end of the battle. So yeah. These are what are called vistas. This vista is a event vista, or a quest/event vista. I'll show you where his place is at the end of this quest. As you can see, you can't hear his voice, and it's really for good reasons, because they don't have voices, they just got or gesture sounds. So I think I'll read it for you. He goes, well, now that's a secret. I can't tell you that. Anyway, I want you to retrieve the Chim Crown for me. Have you ever met King Chim Chim? He is a giant Chim Chim that rarely appears. As his name implies, he has a magnificent crown on his head. I want that crown. I have a few ideas where King Chim Chim is likely to show up. I want you to go there and get the Chim Crown. I've prepared plenty of rewards for you, so do your best.
It's pretty difficult to kick the king.
King Chim Chim? Isn't that the huge one?
Scaredy cat as always. I love how they paint Gaspard as the scaredy cat of the entire group. There's actually like hidden foreshadowing, like characters like Gaspard. He can't go to the you can't take him when you beat the game. There's things where you can earn rank in the arena. You can't take Gaspard. If you have Gaspard in your party and try to join the arena battle, it'll say, nope, I can't take Gaspard, he doesn't like arenas. Not yet, anyway. So I think there's like a hidden event where you have to take Gaspard to a certain quest to teach him to like doing the arena. I wouldn't know, but it would be nice to see Gaspard into that. Because in the beginning, he's your only Gilmore user. So you can't take him. And there's very limited amount of characters you can get at the beginning of this game. It's like the second game you get a lot of characters. Secret characters. In the third game you get all the characters, some of the characters you've met until now. They join your team, like you get a spam of characters that join your team. It's hilarious. But yeah, I'm trying to give this game as few spoilers as possible. The only spoilers I will give are the game mechanics for each game.
I guess we should start looking for places where King Chim Chim could be hiding.
Except for game story.
King Chim Chim attacks by jumping on you, so watch out.
I wonder where he is.
If you take certain other quests that appear later on in the story, you take other players, they'll all have something different to say. These things are breakables. Break health jar. And kick health drink. Bink. So simple. Literally get your characters in the way and the chims can't go anywhere. I used to do this for fun. when they invented this system for the game, I used to sit here and just stand at these things. Those give you 10. Purple chims give you 10 per purple chim you grab. So those are actually useful. Those are what are called Prince Chim Chims. Like, you actually have to highlight it to catch to see what it's called. But since it's like this, you can't really keep up with them and keep them in your target window. See, they kick them too fast, so you can't check. But yeah. So I'm gonna just get a few more of those. Because I have to actually open doors on the way there. Which really irritates me. The nice thing about cheat mode, I think literally the only nice thing, is you can literally you start with that max money and chims. Even though everything's level 50 and you can't really level up. Red Mickey! Caballo! Oh, I broke his attack. Because my weapon's attack spell came off. What's nice is the weapons you get as you go up. When you go up in weapons, one of the things is some of the twin blades are each weapon is different. Certain melee characters' weapons can be different. Like in the beginning, the blade branders only get melee, like the way they attack. Certain weapons can get to a point where they do a thing called rapid attacks, just like the twin blade can use. Sometimes the twin blade actually gets like what's considered a different type of twin blade attack. There are almost always rapid attacks, but there's one where it's like, oh. That was new. I'm good. I'm hunting down, I have to kill all the monsters to get an S rank. This'll be quick. Because one of the main rewards for completing areas for the first time at their level. Gale Blade! Gale Blade! That was close. Sometimes you miss out that chance. It's like, that's a lot of experience to miss out on. That Rengeki bonus goes towards your actual weapon skill to a degree. Like, I think a percentage of your Rengeki bonus goes straight to your weapon skill bonus. So it doesn't take forever to learn your weapon skills. Which is one of those functions that you really have to worry about. Because in the later game, better weapon skills nets you better skills. And your weapon skills or skill trigger gets stronger with different skills. Now sometimes you'll see yourself reflecting yourself back to old weapon skills, which is a thing. Because old weapon skills were a huge thing. Hold on. Do I have any fairy orbs? I do not have fairy orbs. Shit. I know there's like a freaking... Let's see how big this room is. That's a continuation. One of my issues with this game is like I can't tell... Oh, I missed my chance on that one. See, nice thing about the new game is the Chim Spheres. Nimbus, this game cannot make you cry, I swear. Unless you actually can see what's going on, I doubt you're crying right now. Unless you have like an affliction with the freaking zombie goblins. That's a skill they have, by the way. They can summon a new goblin to come help them, and it's like the brand new skill. And they can summon brand new goblins too. I used to cheat and like let them respawn their characters, make my enemy allies not attack. Like if it was just me, I would purposely only attack them to like 1 hit point or low hit points, and wait for them to revive a second goblin, because that way I could literally gain more experience. Now they've made it to where the summoned goblins will only summon so many goblins at a time after a battle. So if you don't Okay, let's see, is this where the Nuia thing is? I'm trying to take a sneak peek. Yeah, this is where you fight Chimster. He's a lucky animal.
What's that?
It's a Nue! Haseo, it's a Nue! We've got to kick it!
Huh?
Haseo, King Chim Chim will show up if you kick the Nue.
What? So, we just need to kick it?
Sorry about that. Need a drink. Yeah, like, there are unlucky animals. I hated that factor. Because unlucky animals will try to kick you first. They won't go after... They won't run. This is a King Chim Chim.
About time.
Little graphical glitch above his head.
Let's get it over with. Hand that over.
Sometimes, the funny thing is King Chim Chim show up more in this game. See, he doesn't... If you run away from him fast enough, he doesn't go after you. BAM! But in the old game, after you open this quest, if you find Chimchowns on the ground, the guy would give you a special item.
We need to go to the quest shop.
I think he buys them off you, or he actually gives you legit an item you don't normally get, and you can like literally get a lot of them. And one of the reasons I was talking about area result rewards is the words help you make bigger level areas, and are only connected to areas that level. After you've done enough level areas, you get less characters. Hi, Anzi. You just come in on a live stream of... I don't think I can hear me. And they're gone. I'm surprised you were able to retrieve it so quickly. How would you feel about doing some work on the side for me? There's something I want you to help me with. My home is in the Mercenary District. It doesn't matter when, but please come visit. We'll discuss the details then. Farewell. Text of Wisdom. Now, one of the items, these texts that I'm talking about, that it talks about, see this? Increases magic attack value by 3. Now, if we look at my status, I don't have much use for magic attack status. That would net it to a 5, but I mean, my character's not supposed to be casting spells normally. He's supposed to be casting personal what is it? Physical attack spells, and that's what skill triggers base on. Is they're never just magic; they're also physical attacks. Oh, the funny thing is, Canard. As you can see, they both. I like these pictures. Like they really updated the pictures for the characters. I like it. So, what do you guys say? Should I go to one of the already made areas that like it tells me is a challenge? Or should I make it my own area and just roam it for a while? Yeah, if I make my own area, which should I choose? Should I choose a dungeon area? Or should I choose an area, a field area with a statue? Or a field area with a boss monster? Ooh, I've seen you. I've never seen you, Alice. Ah, come back! I want to talk to you! Yeah, I want to talk to you! Oh, that's New Day. I already talked to New Day. Sidewinder I haven't talked to, okay. Angel here I talked to. Nagi I haven't talked to. One of the fun things with the Hughes Grand Cathedral, I don't know if they did it in this series, but there was a visit thing where if you visited the Hughes Grand Cathedral, the Hidden Forbidden Ground, where they see her, like this character and one other guy character, when you trade with them, they have these, what are called beginner's text. They increase an ally's skill level points by 50. They are hard to find, and a lot of people try to. No, I don't want to start to trade. I want to trade something. And she doesn't want that. She apparently doesn't want that. Does she want that? She wants that to agree. Oh, she wants Tidal Wave. I don't use these anyway. Lord. She doesn't want the. She wants these, but I don't want to give her all of these. Shit. I'm just gonna trade that anyway. Can I get it? I don't think I have enough spike drops. Just barely enough spike drops. I could give her some. Let's see, let's give her 10 health. Let's give her 5 health rings. She doesn't take much for those, but let's see if that can decrease the amount of spike drops I give her. I can get more spike drops. It's just really hard because spike drops are like that invincible. Skip it. I don't have enough. I love how she gives you a name. What's funny is she's actually one of the NPCs you fight in the what's it called? She's a harvest clerk you fight in the arena, and she's like one of the elite teams, like one of those teams you don't want to go up against unless you're ready for her in your rank. Because she's like the ones that are really strong, and it's 2 harvest clerics and one other thing. They have this nasty habit of healing each other and casting spells at me. It's like, and the reason why it's bad to have 2 harvest clerics on your team is because one can just revive the other and be like, ah ha ha, you're screwed. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. Now here are the bookmarks I can go to. This is where it's challenging for level 10s. This is a good area for level 10s, but I'm only level 5. And there's this that has ohm shells so you break in barrels. Let's see what this is. Should we go to this one? What do you guys think? My game's trying to upload something. Make sure my stream's still downloading. Anyways, by the way, people, if anyone's watching the actual live stream, unless you're watching through the SL, I don't know. Ray, do you know if Go for it. Okie dokie. Since I got a vote, we're gonna try it. It's kind of good to get these ones out of the way because they are very helpful in getting items completed. I hate this area because these things.
I think even I
hate
can
these
win.
characters. Hella hard to kill. They're like infinite. Now, one of the things they drop, an item they drop, is an actual weapon, armor.
Gale Blade!
Block.
Gale Blade!
That was nothing.
We leveled up. We need Sylvis, dude. See, these are things they give you. The sparkly armor looking thing, that's a... Oh, fudge. Now these can have... These are battle areas. Usually you can... These are where areas or characters, like NPCs, are fighting other NPCs, or they're even fighting monsters. One of the problems with going into these is they are hella hard to take on, because they're designed for your level. Oh, yeah. Oh god. That was close. You can hear the clashing, right?
This'll be quick.
These things have like the lowest visual speed ever. You can really creep up to them. Getting rid of the water spell caster, because they're hard as hitting stuff.
Gale Blade!
One of the things you'll learn in... Yeah, enemies are dead.
We did it!
Didn't get much rank either. The reason why I'm leveling up here first... Hold on. Yes? Yeah, why? Give me just a second, folks. I'm gonna be paused, but I'll be right back. Start time break. Meeting Mike. Okay guys, sadly I got an emergency, so since I saved at that last location before the... I'm just gonna... Just gonna wipe these guys out. I apparently have a... Damn it! Bloody asshole! I get this spring on you too. be back soon. It's just I have to go to the store real quick to get and the problem is my mom is not able to visit a certain state where she's not allowed to go places alone. Which is kind of
Get the Ale Blade!
I'm gonna get that. You guys want to see this game more? I can come back and stream some more.
We did it!
Unless someone else wants to stream. Ray or Azzy? Okay, kill those. Actually, I think we're just gonna pause right here, because I can just come back in a bit, and I'll restart the stream. If I come back and not people are still here. For now. So I'm gonna sign out of the tip jar. Stand up from the thingamajiggy, and stand over here. That's it. But I'll be back. I'm just gonna close the stream.